Let's talk about English conversation for job applications. Very important topic. First, we'll look at the vocabulary at the top of the page. I'll say each word twice, so if you'd like, you can practice pronouncing the words with me. Easy. Easy. Well-paying. Well-paying. Dull. Dull. Difficult. Difficult. Tiring. Tiring. Fun. Fun. Low paying. Low paying. Busy. Busy. Demanding. Demanding. So dull is a word which means boring, not interesting. You could say, my job is very dull. And demanding is a job which is very difficult and takes a lot of energy. You can say, my job is very demanding. So these are all adjectives to describe your job. Let's practice. Which jobs are the most demanding? So you can say, I think that being a police officer is the most demanding. Or, I think that being a politician is the most demanding. What do you think? Personally, I don't know. I don't know which job is most demanding. Number 2, which jobs are the most high paying? I think being an actor is the most high paying. Or I think being a professional athlete is the most high paying. Number 3, is it better to have a high paying job or a job that you enjoy? For me, it is better to have a job that I enjoy because a high paying job might be too busy and demanding. What do you think? Would you rather have a high paying job or a job that you enjoy? These are verbs which describe the actions you need to do when you apply for a new job. You can have a job interview. You can apply for a job. You can send in your resume, or send in your CV. Resume and CV is the same thing. In my country of Canada, people usually say resume, but I've noticed internationally, people say CV. To be offered a job, to write a cover letter, to see a job advertisement. You know, in Canada, people say advertisement, but I noticed in the UK, a lot of people say advertisement. Advertisement, advertisement. Which one do you think sounds better? To start work and to need a job. So number 1, describe a time you applied for a job in the past. Okay. About 5 years ago, I saw a job advertisement to be an English teacher. I wrote a cover letter and sent in my CV. After that, I had a job interview. I was very happy because 1 week later, I was offered the job and I started work. You can see how I used a lot of these verbs to answer this question. Number 2, describe a job you had in the past. I used to be a music teacher, so let me tell you about that. When I was 18, I had a job in a music studio. That's the building where people learn music. Music studio. I worked as a guitar teacher. I worked there for 3 years. What did the job involve? Well, I had to make lesson plans, meet new students, prepare them for tests and competitions, and teach them music theory and composition. One of the reasons I wanted the job was because I love music and I am a guitarist. I mostly enjoyed the job. All in all, it was a great experience. All in all, it was a great experience. All in all basically means like overall. You could say it in different ways. All things considered, it was a great experience. Overall, it was a great experience. All in all, it was a great experience. Here is a dialogue, 2 people talking about jobs. Let's read that now. I am thinking about applying for a new job. I want to find a well-paying job that is also fun. Well, that's a good idea. If you are applying for a new job, you need to send in your CV and write a cover letter. Yes, I know. I have already written my CV and cover letter, but I don't know where to send them. I think you should look at a job advertisement website and then apply for some of the jobs you find. Okay, I will. Can you tell me about how you applied for your current job? That was 3 years ago, right? Yes, it was. I had a job interview and then they offered me the job. I started work shortly after that. It wasn't complicated. Well, I hope I can get a new job soon. What kind of job do you think I should look for? Good question. I think it shouldn't be too difficult, but it should be demanding enough so that you don't get bored. I'm pretty busy with my family life, so I hope I can get a job which isn't too demanding. Thanks for the advice. No problem. Good luck. At the bottom, there's idioms related to employment. Employment means that you have a job. So they're like job idioms, right? First one, on the dole. This is a person who receives money from the government, kind of like welfare. They are on the dole. Look at the example. Their father is on the dole, so the family is living on a tight budget. Tight budget means they can't spend a lot of money. The cream of the crop. This means the best people in a group. Let's look at the example. As usual, the cream of the crop of this year's graduates were offered the best jobs. Learn the ropes, the next one. If you learn the ropes, you learn how to do a particular job correctly. When you start out at a new job, it's understandable that you don't really know what to do. So you need to learn the ropes. Here's an example. He's bright. It won't take him long to learn the ropes. 3 idioms. On the dole, cream of the crop, learn the ropes. All right, vocabulary. No, fill in the blanks, sorry. Number 1, it is important to have a job, but it's also important to be happy. Well-paying. It's important to have a well-paying job, but it's also important to be happy. That's kind of the balance, right? Balance between well-paid and happiness. You need to write explaining who you are and what you want. you need to write a cover letter. Cover letter. 3, work is often, but that doesn't mean we should give up. Difficult, right? Work is often difficult, but that doesn't mean we should give up. That's a good message. Number 4, if you find your job, maybe you should look for a more interesting one. What's the opposite of interesting? Dull. Dull. If you find your job dull, maybe you should look for a more interesting one. Number 5, she is always tired because her job is very... Oh, we could say tiring, but it already says tired in the sentence. So let's pick demanding. Her job is very demanding. Number 6, I used to have a job, but it was so I changed. That's tough. I used to have an easy job, but it was so low paying, so I changed. Right. 7, if you want to apply for this job, just send a job application. If you want to apply for this job, just send a job application. Number 8, if you are able to... Number 8, are you able to at the new office on Monday? Start work. Are you able to start work? So let me read this for you. I think that jobs are an important part of our lives. With a dull job, many people feel depressed and unfulfilled. However, a demanding job may be so tiring that it makes people feel exhausted and stressed. There must be a balance in pursuing a job that is well-paying, but also interesting and not too tough. Applying for a job is also difficult. When you apply for a job, you need to write a cover letter explaining who you are and what you want. You also need to send your CV to the employer. After that, you need to have at least one interview. Sometimes you need to have more than one interview. This whole process is stressful and time-consuming. However, we must do it in order to find a job that we enjoy. So I hope you learned some new vocabularies and sentence structures. And you should practice talking about job applications on your own.